The story is told that there was a mashpia in Russia. I don't recall his name at the moment. I think it was Reb Chatzah Fagin, but I'm not positive. And this was in the times of the KGB, after the Russian Revolution. And he was once farbringing with a bunch of yeshiva boys, yeshiva bachrim, in some hidden place with a cellar or a place in a house behind shuttered doors and windows. And he was, on this particular occasion, farbringans can take on different tones and different types. Some are one atmosphere, some have a different atmosphere. This one, he was coming down hard on the Bachrim, coming down on them on how they could be doing better, how they could be serving Hashem better, how they could be learning more, they could be doing mitzvahs in a better way. And he was a very sincere person, and the Bachrim were also sincere Bachrim. And literally, you had a bunch of Bachrim who were sitting there. They were crying, sitting by the Charbeng, and they were crying. Meanwhile, they had posted a sentry to see if there was any, if anyone suspicious was approaching. Suddenly, the sentry comes running in and saying that there's some police on the corner, some KGBs on the corner. So the police immediately dispersed. 3 Bachrim jumped under a bench. Another 2 Bachrim pulled out newspapers and they lied down, on the floor as if they're reading a newspaper. Another 2 went to sleep. Another 2 hid up in the attic. They were used to this. They probably had drills for this. Like we have fire drills. They had KGB drills. And after like 10-15 minutes, the sentry comes back and says the coast is clear. They didn't come in this block. They went another block, and everyone came back to Farbrengen, pulled out the bottle of mashke from under the table, put it back on the table, some whatever whatever they had, the pickles or whatever they had, and the Farbrengen resumed.
Vodka.
The vodka, yeah.
Long.
So the mashpia, he said, I observed something which was very strange. What is more? What affects you more? What impacts you more? Your physical well-being or your spiritual well-being? Malcolm didn't answer. He says, I saw something very strange. When I told you that your spiritual state wasn't the way it should be, you all started crying. A few minutes later, when you came out and found out that your physical state wasn't endangered, no one started crying.
Actually, they were with alacrity at that point.
Why was no one crying? You'd think that you'd be impacted and affected, and we're after all, we're physical beings, and our physical safety is foremost. So why was no one crying? That didn't bother you? Bahram said there was no time to cry. we have to take action. Crying is not going to help anything. We're going to sit there and cry. We're all going to get arrested. So he says, aha. And why do you think crying helps you in your spiritual state? He says, when I told you what's going on, you should have started scrambling. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to start davening. I'm going to start learning. I'm going to start this. Why are you crying? What does crying help?
Say